throw me to the wolves, and I will return, leading the pack. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I acquire? A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Associate with people who are likely to improve you, whose presence calls forth your best. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. For no man was ever great by chance. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them, not because we needed them, but because we had them. There is nothing more despicable than an old man who has no other proof than his age to offer of his having lived long in the world. The good things of prosperity are to be wished, but the good things that belong to adversity are to be admired. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes nor fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. A man who is strong in virtue has no need for cruelty, for all cruelty springs from the cowardice of the soul. We are always complaining that our days are few, and waste them as though there would be no end of them. And so we act like mortals in all that we fear, and like immortals in all that we desire. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things start to be difficult. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. For in gratitude we find peace, and in peace we find strength. Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings. For it is in solitude and reflection that we come to understand ourselves. pain forces us inward, stripping away illusions and revealing truths we once feared. In suffering, we discover that silence is not emptiness, but the space where transformation begins. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Let us give ourselves time, for the first impulse is often wrong. When we are angry, we should neither act nor speak, for we will regret both. The best punishment for an enemy is to prove him wrong, not by words, but by conduct. He who has mastered his own anger has already conquered a great enemy. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. If you wish to be rich, do not add to your wealth, but subtract from your desires. A man is truly free when he is not bound by his own greed. Death is not an evil. It is only the last act of nature's law. Why then do we fear it? No one suffers from death itself, only from the fear of it. Look back at all those before you. Did they not die? And yet the world continues. Do not cling to life so tightly that you forget to live it. The wise man prepares for death, not by grieving, but by living rightly. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You'll be able to use them better when you're older. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. Exactly like fire tests gold, in the same way, suffering tests brave men. Always remember, if you can be anything in life, be a Stoic. Support with a like and subscribe for more Stoic empowerment.